Hi there, this is every NG and you're welcome to our movie review show. My name is Tai.
And my name is Judith.
Yes, you know, we always come to give you, we go to the cinemas and we watch the movies, we go to the internet and we watch, and then we take our lens along while we are watching.
Of course.
And then when we are back, then we come and tell you what actually went down in the movie.
Yeah. And today we're going to be talking about a movie. It's titled Gaslight. Now, when you hear Gaslight, what comes to your mind?
You know, I've seen a movie called Green Lantern.
Okay.
So when I saw Gaslight, I was expecting somebody to go to space, come back, and become.
Oh my God, we're talking about Nollywood.
It's possible. We are
It
growing.
is, but have you gotten to that point?
But I wasn't disappointed because we're Nigerian after
Yeah,
all.
of course.
It wasn't a bad one anyway, so don't have a bad notion about Green Light.
Of course,
Gaslight.
and Gaslight. Yes. So how do we start?
Okay,
Where are
so
we starting
the
from?
movie for the first start, I was looking forward to the cast in the movie, and they actually had 12 casts, but I cannot say 11 and a half because the baby in the movie was the 12th cast. So I was like, okay, baby did talk. Okay, baby cried.
The baby cried.
So let's just say it's a 12 cast movie, and then the language was Yoruba and English.
Yeah.
You know, I'm Yoruba, so when I say okay,
Yeah.
it is my people.
Oh my God. But I like the fact that they were being inclusive. It was just the whole indigenous vibe, but at the same time you were not left out because I don't understand Yoruba, but they were, giving subtitles. It was really nice.
And some subtitlings can just make you stop the movie, look for the number of the producer, the writer, and the cast of that movie, and say,
Why?
what is wrong?
Why this?
For the transcription, the subtitling, and everything.
It was really nice.
It was okay.
Now, when we talk about the transitions and the subtitling, there was something that was a bit off for me.
Okay.
And that was with the coloring of the movie. Yes, it was. I couldn't make out the makeup. Sometimes you see green hues, yellow hues, and I felt, okay, is this for the entire movie? But when you see outdoor scenes, they look more natural. But their indoor scenes, the coloring just was a bit off for me. I don't know
I think
how
it became
it
more
was.
complex with the new makeups in, can I say Nigeria or in the old world? Because when you come out in the morning and your makeup is fresh, you look dull. Let the sun shine on you and then you get to look different.
Yeah, but that's the thing. When it's outside, it's natural lighting. But then, take for instance this picture. You're seeing the green, the blue. Normal human beings don't look like this. So I feel like the coloring and the lighting for their indoor scenes were not in sync. But when you go outside, don't worry, as we progress, you see some scenes outside and you say, okay, this person looks okay. You see Bimbo Ademoye in the kitchen. Let's take a look at Bimbo Ademoye's picture in the kitchen, yes. She looked a bit greenish, yellowish, kind of. But then you see a scene outside and she looks normal. So I think it was with the indoor lighting. I think that was where the issue.
Take notes.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on. I started picking some, can I say errors, but kind of things that offed me in the movie. At a point, these guys were dating, she is dropped and heard that, okay, you're not a candidate for the family, and that got to me. I'm a woman, but I didn't take it personal, but you need to see Gaslight if you haven't. And if you really have seen that movie, you need to take another look after watching this show. But when Femi and Lami met at the market,
let's not go there yet. Remember, you said like it got to you.
Yeah.
One person it got to more than the person who was jilted was her mother. Was her mother.
Somebody wants to save your life, fighter of the universe.
It was her mom, and I can't even place how she got access to the house. Because remember, before her mom came into the house, the man was having like a rally, something like a political rally. He was talking to people, canvassing for votes and all whatnot. And then the lady walked in. And I'm like, hold on, ma. How did you get access here? And she's still recording.
One thing I got to know about that was that she knew the name of everybody in that place. Maybe she's a politician.
Possibly, because she tried to poach the divorce. She's like, come,
Like,
I'll take you to
you
someone
know this
else.
one, Igbo man. I was Aboki. Yeah.
But you see the thing you were saying about transition, about including people. She mentioned the Igbo person, mentioned the Hausa person, spoke her Yoruba, subtitles were there. It was really nice, because if she had just said it in Yoruba, the Igbo man would be like, okay, what are you saying? So yeah, but this whole phone thing, what was the point for them?
I don't want to really highlight that, because right now Nigeria is sensitive and we are treading on a very thin line on social media. Remember the Desmond Elliot, that guy. Your movie is going to be out very soon. We are going to come to this show and critique the movie. All right, so what happened about the woman was like, I can't place it, but I really wish I would have a neighbor like that, so that maybe I'll be able to relate.
Really? I usually want to have a neighbor that is recording everything.
I don't understand.
But based on his reason for not wanting his son to get married to Lami, they don't have a name, they're not rich. So were they trying to paint her in like a Gaslight, someone who is so loud, she wants to record everything, who wants to be...
She doesn't need to be painted. She is Raz. Like, that woman was there and she had a live show.
Literally, she had like a reality. Anything that happens.
I think I need to do that to you so much.
please. But you were talking about the scene where they met.
I really wish I was the woman that sold those stuffs to Lamide, because Femi met Lamide again after like 3 years.
Yeah.
And then she was buying some vegetables and stuff, and then she's let me pay for you. It's good, you can pay, you can volunteer to pay, but how did you know the amount she was supposed to pay? And when he just gave the woman the money, the woman, they say, it's not enough for guys,
it's
too much, you get change, we no see change, you no see receipt for pepper, you no see like,
well, they were lovers at a point, so maybe he has an idea of what she would maybe he has an idea of what she would buy.
You're a nice person. You're not really nice.
I really can't explain that part, because it wasn't real. You can't just give somebody money and the person takes it. What if it's not enough? What if it's too much?
Too much. I say, you have a change. So don't worry, you can keep the change. And one thing again that I saw in the movie was the transition. Nigerian movies. I saw a movie, not this one. I saw a movie. The transition that they had was just one particular road. I know that road must be in Lagos.
Of course.
The old up.
Of course.
It was like a standstill. When a car is backing you, and you see the brake light is red.
It's red.
Yeah, everybody is pressing brake light. And this one coming, the full light is yellow. So this light is yellow and this place is red. They had just one particular transition for about half of the movie.
Yeah.
I think later they said, I think you need to.
We've done this too much.
No,
but then to be fair, they had a conscience. Have you seen a movie where it's just that Lekki Koyi bridge all through the movie?
No, that one is okay. Somebody crossing. Let me cross towards the movie. Like, don't let me to jam this girl.
Please. Yeah, but I think they figured that out really late. We need to do a bit better with our transitions. We need to do a whole lot of work, and this is not just about this movie, Nollywood generally. You can't just record the sun setting and everything you want to change to the sun is setting. Come on. Come on, help us here. So that transition needs a little bit of work. Okay, now let's finish this transition.
I think I want to talk about Femi. When we talk about Nigerian youths, some people say we are lazy, some people say we are ras, some people say we are hoodlums, some people say we are angry youths, a lot of names.
They call us children, but it's cool.
It's okay. After all, we are somebody's
children. Yes.
So Femi in the movie had this hard time with the family, with the parents.
Yes.
He loved Lami, and they said, you cannot marry Lami, you have to marry somebody else. But in those trying moments for Femi, it wasn't rude to his parents.
Yes.
That's exemplary.
That's very good. And it's hard to come by. Because we're talking about matter of the heart here. Someone would have been like, Daddy, I don't care what you want to say, I'm leaving.
With or without you, I'm getting married.
Because that's normally the storyline in like Nollywood movies. Like, they don't want you to marry somebody, you elope.
And you have money after.
Yeah, do you understand? You don't have anything to lose according to them. But Femi was very respectful. He didn't even raise his voice so much. Like, even when he was upset, you could tell he was upset, but he wasn't rude. He wasn't shouting like,
I was expecting
like
a scene at that moment where they brought Wami to the house and they had dinner with the parents. I was expecting him to
but it was just peaceful
And
family
I was
dinner,
eating. I'm like,
smiling, toasting. I'm like,
that
you're a
easy?
suspect. You're a suspect. So yeah, let me talk about something now. He got married to Wami, and Wami was not the bad wife. Oh, shocked me.
Another damn Lara.
Oh, Javi Larache. That was really shocking. And then she got pregnant. There was a part, the whole pregnancy part, I didn't get it. Like,
Which one?
There was a part where she was talking about wanting something and frustrating the guy, cravings, beans.
I saw a movie by Bisola of BP Niger.
Okay.
She was pregnant. I know her husband will not give her the second belly. But this one, what is the difference between your mommy's beans and any other person's beans? You need to ask Wami.
I'll ask her. Wami, please, what's the difference? Because she said she wanted her mother. It was dark, as you can see in the clip. It's night. How is he going to get your mother's beans at this time of the night? Wami, answer the question.
Plain and
flavored yogurt. I mean, I can understand plain and flavored yogurt because some people don't like flavored yogurt. Some people just like their yogurts plain. But you see that beans home?
My mother's beans.
I can't.
It's okay.
I can't.
We have to talk from experience to talk about something.
True, I guess.
Okay, so if I was to choose a title for this movie, I'll say The Way of Your Ex. When you see your ex, Chris, don't wait. Because, I was hyping Femi to be a good guy. He wasn't rude to his parents. Until he showed us another side.
You know what I was thinking? I'm like, if you see anybody named Femi, you tell. If your name is Femi, drop a comment. Are you like this Femi in this movie? Because I don't understand this Femi.
And if you have not seen Gaslight,
you should
need to clear your name by watching.
Yeah. So instead of innocence, help me do this proposal. She came up and said she wanted to apply for something, and she wanted Femi to help her vet her proposal. I'm like, okay, good. They were friends before, no problem. And then from proposal.
Let's to another proposal.
But before we talk about that, there was this scene that was so hilarious when he was talking about her proposal, and my girl was confused. She was eating puff. You could tell that she didn't know what was going on in that scene.
And when she was going, she still took I can't go with
this
that.
This part was really hilarious because he was talking about numbers, and she's like, what are we talking about here? I'm like, you're the one who wants somebody to invest in your business, but you don't even care about what this young man is talking about. So yeah, that part was kind of a relief. It was coming. She did something really funny. Now back to this second proposal. Please help us talk about it because I can't.
They did one thing that was actually nice. Before I forget, let's not be like we are giving them gospels. When Wami got pregnant, she started getting fat, like natural.
Yes, you could tell.
Whatever you did there,
amazing.
Was good.
It was really good. It was really good.
So I was saying that if I want to give this movie a title, I'll just say Beware of Your Ex. I would put someone that is running from X.
No X zone.
So Femi with thoughts. Okay, not thoughts. Showed us that he was a good husband.
Yeah.
Caring. He had a nice family. They were getting along. I think they had 2 years delay, or maybe they planned on to get pregnant, but the third year they were pregnant and the family was fine. Until this proposal came and led to another proposal. When somebody comes to you and say, help me draw a proposal,
you have to ask.
Think about your life.
You have to clever, like, what kind of proposal are we talking about?
So that was a twist to the show, and the family line, everything just turned upside down. And Femi wasn't going to stop.
He wasn't going to stop. At what point? Because to me, the point where I feel it was already going south was when they went to the hotel room and she gave him this look. I say, this look is not normal.
Go for your life. But
this
you didn't hear me.
Is not, and then Femi too gave her this look. I say, From looking at each other, it turned into something else. How did this thing could have been avoided? It could have been avoided. You have history. You can't take walk to a hotel room.
And this place, look at Lami's hair here. When I saw this hair for the first time in this movie, I shout hallelujah. Because she wore the same hair for roughly 3.5 years in the movie.
in her defense, let me play devil's advocate now.
Okay.
You know when you go to buy a weave, they always tell you 4-year warranty.
She was trying to test.
So she was trying to test it. Maybe her vendor told her you can use this hair for 5 years.
You can't be doing that. We have plenty wigs now. You can wear 2 different shades of hair in a day.
Honestly.
Please, producer.
Please, whoever did the costuming, that was not it.
That was off.
It was off. But yeah. So yeah, we've spoken about proposal to proposal. We're talking about Lami's wigs. Another thing that I was very uncomfortable with, I don't know, maybe because I'm used to seeing it in a certain way. Remember when Femi's dad said he couldn't marry Lami because she doesn't have a family name, like who is her father, there's no money. So when they brought Wami, I was expecting grand money. Do you understand? I was expecting political ambitions, big companies, but it looks like a regular family to me.
But I think it's in line with the theme of the movie.
Okay.
It's actually a family movie, so it wasn't something. Maybe they just didn't want. They tried to just save us all the stress.
Okay, they don't show us
the only place I was convinced that Wami's parents were also rich was when Wami's mom and Femi's mom were in Femi's house, and they brought different
fabric, and said, I paid for everything.
Like, okay, you guys are rich.
But then it didn't translate to, because if his dad, normally when you see movies like this where the dad is insisting that you marry from this family, there might be maybe political ambition,
talk about business.
Yeah, but they didn't show us that part. Outside the fabric part, you wouldn't have known that this family is rich.
And their house was not really spectacular.
Yeah, it was like a regular family. Wami was selling shirts.
Let's just believe that they are not prouding people. Like,
okay,
they don't want to be proud.
They don't want to raise their shoulder. It's fine. It's all right.
So, the bombshell when Lami and Wami met. I think the name in the movie, Wami, Lami, Femi. It was a very bad
What's the baby's name going to be?
Kami.
Kami.
So, she came and told, I just knocked. Wami knew about Lami.
Yeah.
So when she knocked, it was like, okay, this is a stranger. She was surprised. Like,
but she wasn't so shocked. Like, I know this person.
But the shock came when she told her that, I'm pregnant for your husband. The smile on her face froze.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Like, I was like,
that was real.
How do you just call me? Like, that smile. That smile was like, okay. I was in the process of welcoming you into my house, but what? How did we get here? So that was very realistic. Yeah. But then again, I can't help but note, like, I was confused. Lami was talking to Femi about this pregnancy. Femi said, give me some time. She didn't, maybe the time was the period between when she got into the cab and when she got in the house. Because they said, give me a few days. And that's quite unusual. I think that was a pleasant twist. Because normally when there's a mistress, they say, give me a few days.
Then they
she'll say,
okay,
they'll drag you, she'll blackmail.
Not that your wife,
but Lami wasn't wasting time. She said, you know what? We move.
No time to
and
waste
then
time.
That was when her ulterior motive started to show.
Yes.
That was when it started to show. I'm like,
and then I know that her mother is her role model.
Let's say like our street people, her role model. Because that was just too fast. She just acted, sharply.
And then one thing that I don't know the import was when the mom packed her load to Femi's house, and then they brought one pot. A stainless pot.
Because maybe already has a wife, so that one maybe is a special pot.
And then I think there was something in the carton. Or like, what is that? Is this set of jugs?
It looks like jugs or flasks or something. I don't know.
They bring pots along with you. Like, is this 1960? Or I don't understand the import of that pot.
Do you know if that particular pot, just make her food sweet? You have to think about it.
Okay. They have to tell us what they use that pot to cook.
Okay. So one thing that Lami hid from Femi was the fact that she had a boyfriend. She didn't tell him.
That boyfriend.
That
boyfriend, I will beat him. Like, are you okay?
Yeah. So she hid the fact that she had a boyfriend. But the boyfriend was like, why are you breaking up with me? He put 2 and 2 together and figured out that there was a Femi in the mix. Now he went to Femi's house for whatever
reason. How
did
he get to Femi's house?
That's another thing. Maybe
when I saw him there, I was like, how did you know this place?
Maybe he was trailing Femi.
How? Femi was not even around.
I can't explain.
I've tried to use GPS or Google map.
Yeah, he found his way to Femi's house, and went to fight. I'm like, hold on, you left your girlfriend that cheated on you and you went to fight, but that's not the problem. You want to fight for your love. Now watch this blue. Let's watch this, like
Kung Fu also.
Kung Fu Panda. That's the only explanation, because it was not realistic. Like the whole fighting thing, when it's time to punch, look at that. Come on.
You don't have to cut it. You can just one punch, one real punch.
One real punch. I mean, how much are they paying you?
Just
compare
put ventilator there like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
To go off.
Ice, but the fight was not realistic. And this is really annoying because we've seen movies, 2019 movies that had more realistic fights. So we can't say that we are progressing. We've seen better.
We've gone past this.
We've gone past this, please. This copy and paste fight, we don't like it anymore. And then they punched Lami. Wami, I beg your pardon. Has she not suffered enough? Do you want to kill her?
Life is not balanced, last.
True that.
So because of our time, we have to jump to the end. So finally, the movie didn't actually give us the normal storyline of a Nigerian movie.
Yeah.
No, when Lami went to Femi in the kitchen, like, we love ourselves, we've been here, now we have chance. We're like, okay, I love you too. But it didn't happen. And then Femi went back to beg his wife, came back. I think Wami was just a perfect wife in this movie.
Yes, and that's one of the twists that we had. She wasn't supposed to know how to cook.
She's supposed to be a saucy girl.
Saucy attitude. I mean, my father is rich, so why do I have to be homely?
And then the mom, as rich as the husband is or everybody in the family is, she was still calm. She was coordinated.
Yeah.
Even telling her daughter not to leave her husband alive. A spectacular Nigerian mother. It's good. So we had good sides to things to learn in the movie. And things not to do. Especially run from your ex.
Yeah, please, Lami, I don't know how you went from being the sweet girl at the beginning of the movie to the crazy psycho ex-girlfriend at the end. I don't know, but that twist, we love it. So yeah, we have come to the end of this review. It was so much fun talking with Taye and talking to you. Don't forget to join us next time and also drop recommendations on what you want us to review. Tell us if you'll be seeing this movie. Or if you've seen it, tell us what you think, the downsides were, what you think the highlights were for you. Just drop a comment on everything here. And if you're a Femi, I've said it before, are you like this Femi in this movie? Okay, so thank you so much. This is Every, and until next time, have a blissful day.
I'm Taye. We are not going to leave you so you don't have to miss us.
Of course.